Hello, Cleveland, and everyone from everywhere else. Welcome to your 10-minute TA for Friday, March 21st. This is a new Veloa track we're hearing. I dig it. Check out his Bandcamp. There's a link in the description if you're on YouTube. Give me a like and a subscribe if you're here. Without much further ado, let's dive into the charts. Okie dokie. So, from yesterday, what were we looking at? Hold on, let me turn this down just a bit. All right. So, since yesterday, we were right around here. The price action was dipping under that 85K level as I was completing the video. And I was saying, hopefully 85 can hold. And by that, I meant price would come back up over it and it could hold, but that's not what happened. No. And what happened instead was this bearish scenario that I laid out as well. If you were here, I said we could fall as deep as that 786. That's not quite as deep as we went. We fell down we wicked down into that golden pocket of the fib retracement and are currently hanging out at the 618. Well, the candles bounced kind of off that 618, and we're currently hanging out up here at the 84K level. Been kind of going sideways since about this price as well. This is about where that drop yesterday led us down to. So if we're looking at a reversal from here, we're looking at upshot of 88.5. Bull flag's not invalidated till that 786 is flipped to resistance from support. Like if price action gets under there and then hits it a couple times, like bum, and then can't get over it. Like if it flips it. Anyway, that was very technical, I know. Like so technical. Sorry. But yes, this bull flag is still in play as long as that 786 doesn't get flipped, and we're looking at 885 as the play out there. Now, let's move back here to the 6-hour chart. Wait, before we do, let's take a look at the indicators. So yesterday we were saying, hey, hopefully it'll bounce out of that oversold territory. However, it just kind of got stuck down in there. Had a chance here, didn't take it, came back. And now it does look like it is coming out. Could get stopped here at the 50-yard line. That's bullish territory above it, bearish territory below it. If we don't see a higher high, higher than this high here, 84.7, we can't see a higher high than that printed before the Stokes here start curling back over to oscillate in the other direction. Well, then, yeah, we're not going to see a reversal. We're going to continue to the downside, and this bear flag will have one more chance, I think, or bull flag will have one more chance to stay valid out of this golden pocket. We also want to see the RSI get back into the bullish territory, cross that 50-yard line, get into bullish territory. We are seeing it slightly over its signal line. It's fighting to stay over it. The Stokes can stay up, the RSI will push up a little bit, and then hopefully we can see that higher high. But we are coming up to the 21 moving average here. So let's see if we can get past that. And you will notice that that wick came right down to that 200 and bounced off of it. We are still over the 200 here. So, hey, slightly more bullish than bearish by being over that 200. Let's take a quick peek at the 22. Okay, so the 22, the Stokes look kind of high. They could get stuck here, but we'll look at the 5 just to see what will happen. But if they do come down, the RSI here could be putting in a inverted head and shoulders pattern. And so could the price action here. Now, if that does play out, that would bring us back over 85. It's not a big inverted head and shoulders, but it would bring us back over 85, which is the first step towards, busting up towards the upside out of this. Well, we broke over it yesterday, but we broke back into that ascending triangle pattern. So let's just make it red. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit more. There we go. We're gonna make that red again. That's now a resistance. We're back under it, but that ascending triangle is still there. And the play out for it would be up here to 92. But we are also still in this bear flag again until that 90,000 resistance level gets flipped to support. We're going to count that as active, as valid, and our play down, as you know, is down here to about 71.5. If we go from the long side, then we're down at 68 almost. We're going to be hopeful on the bear flag. That's the case there. We're going to be hopeful this isn't a dead cat bounce and that we see a reversal. But it very well could be a dead cat bounce and we could be seeing more downside. But this divergence here still hasn't played out really. So hopefully that divergence can save BTC's price. Hopefully this ascending triangle can save BTC's price. Hopefully it doesn't come out of this bull flag here on the 22 and the 90. Yeah, indicators, 6 hours. I'm going to switch this back to 90 and zoom in a bit. 6 hour indicators. You see the Stokes arc flattening out. They want to turn around. And as long as the Stokes here are moving upwards, they'll start to drag these ones up as well. Unless, like I said before, they get up to the top or they switch right here and they curl and start heading back down, dragging everything else with it. However, RSI is at the 50, trying to bounce off of that right now. If this can maintain bullish signals and move up, that give us that higher high here on the 90-minute chart, then we could see the bounce here on the RSI here and a bounce on the RSI there. It's there, not one high that we need. But yeah, with the 6 hour, with the 6 hour, we're still moving up. Although this pattern could now be considered an upward wedge, which would turn into a downward wedge, which could play down to 77 again. Possibly double bottom there, but I'm getting way too ahead of myself at the moment. We're just looking at this bear flag and this upward trending wedge. I'm just going to make it blue again. Well, it's not really there anymore now, is it? I'm just going to delete it. There you go. This one was acting as resistance too. If we play it, move it out, 39 something. Right there. Well, we broke over it here. Can we break over it again? At this point, if we broke over that, we break over that. So we can just get rid of that one as well and just clean up that chart a bit. But that does mean that the upside from that measure move from that ascending triangle also gone, which just leaves us with this bear flag here. So yeah, what are we looking for? We're looking for this bull flag on the 90 to hit so that we can get closer to flipping 90K. If we flip 90K, we'll invalidate the bear flag, and we'll be that much closer to, you know, hey, this divergence here on the daily is great, and we'd be this much closer to getting over 94, which would be the last, you know, high that we kind of need to break over in order to say that this trend to the downside, lower highs, lower lows, is now invalidated, and we're going to start moving back up to the upside. Because like I said here, upward trending wedge usually turns into a downward trending wedge. Same thing is true in the opposite direction. Downward trending wedge usually turns into an upward trending wedge. However, could be, right? Or are we also seeing, let me just move to the weekly real quick. Gang. All right, 1 week. Yeah, weren't we seeing like a double top here as well? Top. If that was the case, then we're looking at 69 to be the play out, which, hey, bear flag, remember? Yikes. I don't like it. I don't like being the bearer of bad news, but that's just what the charts say, man. It's just what the charts say. As long as we stay over that 200 here on the 90, we got a chance. Are we over the 200 still on the 22? We're fighting it. We're fighting it on the 22. It seems like we got a squeeze here on the 22 as well. Breakout coming. Hopefully to the upside. Kind of a squeeze here on the 5 as well. And the 1. Oh, let's turn this up a little bit. Oh no, I'm out of time. I'm over my time. Yeah. All right. Things might get squeezed. Oh yeah, and that squeeze. That squeeze is still here, man, on the 6-hour chart. Which direction will it go? Where will the breakout go? Up or down? Hopefully up. Hopefully up. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Music courteously provided by Luminist, Valoa, his new track. Definitely check it out. And Sax Squatch. Y'all are awesome. Keep that ish up. Much love. See ya later.